So very good morning students. Actually we are discussing about a friction related. In that friction related previous class we finished about a horizontal rough surfaces, and in that horizontal rough surfaces another question is there: why pulling the land roller is preferred to pushing? See, actually pulling the land roller is easier than pushing. See, you know land rollers which we can see in the parks. See, in park we can see the land rollers. Roller is it is in the big size. That roller it is very easy. Instead of pushing, we can pull it very easy. That's what. Why pulling is easier than pushing? The question is like this. It is also for 4 marks IPE question. Why the pulling is easier than pushing? It is for 4 marks question. Look at, you take a land roller. It is a roller, no? Therefore, there will be a rolling friction will be there. So, you take a land roller. First of all, I am telling about a pulling. We can see the pulling. What is happening in this? You take a roller like this. So that there is a roller weight is mg is acting down. Very simple. I will tell you by the diagram. Conclusions I will tell you, or else by the expressions also we can conclude it. So both we can take. So that you take a land roller will be like this. There is a weight mg is acting down. There will be a normal force is acting up. Very simple it is. Simple question. So normal is acting. So now first case is pulling. No, generally land roller will pull like that, right? Right? With the help of a rod they will pull. So there will be a rod will be there. So that we will apply a force like this. Therefore the land roller will move in the horizontal direction, not in the direction of applied force. You remember it is a case. So that there will be a force is applied like this. This is the applied force on the roller is applied. So that the roller is moving in the forward direction. That is, the F can be resolved into 2 components. One we can say, because the force is applied horizontal to the surface, because this is horizontal and it is also horizontal. So F can be resolved into 2 components, F cos theta, so that the roller is moves along the direction of a component of a force, not in the direction of a force, because the roller will not move like this, no? Yes, this roller moves along the direction of a component of a force, which is very, very important. Now coming to the point is, another component is which is represented along the direction is normal force. Sir, now the roller is moving, no, or roller is rolling, no, there will be a rolling frictional force is introduced, that we can say Fr, because which is moving on the horizontal rough surface it is. The roller is moving in the direction of F cos theta. Here the condition will be F cos theta is greater than rolling friction, then only the roller is moves in the direction of a component of a force, or else the roller will not move, because the rolling is less than the applied force, then only the roller is moves in the direction of a component of a force. Let us, now we have to find here, look at in the diagram, in the downward direction there will be only one force is acting, that is the weight of the body is acting towards the earth center in case of a pulling, Now let us write here. See that F cos theta is acting in the forward direction, there will be resultant force is represented along the direction of a component of a force, Fr it is. That is the resultant force. Now you write here resultant Fr is equal to F cos theta minus. Here F cos theta opposite is what is there? Fr is there. That is a rolling frictional force. So that here Fr in the sense is we can write here mu r into n. Sir, what will be the n? Look at in the diagram. See, there are actually upward forces, normal force is there, F sin theta component of force acting. In the downward direction is mg, only one is acting. See, there will be a condition, sum of upward forces is equal to sum of downward forces. We can write like this, right? Sum of upward, how many upward forces are there? Normal is there, component of force is there. There here you write n plus F sin theta is equal to sum of downward forces. How many downward forces? Only one is there towards the earth center. So you write mg. N is equal to mg minus F sin theta. You give the numbers equation 1, 2 and 3. Now this 3 substitute in 2. Substitute now 3 in 2. Instead of n you write. So, rolling friction is equal to mu r into mg minus f sin theta. This is the question number 4 you keep. Now, we know Fr is equal to, rolling friction is equal to mu r into mg minus f sin theta. Now, this you substitute in the expression 1. Now, let us substitute now. Substitute 4 in 1. Therefore, resultant force will be F cos theta minus mu r of mg minus f sin theta. Now, you simplify like this. Fr is equal to F cos theta minus mu r mg plus mu r f sin theta. Of course, here is f is there, here also f is there. You write together these two, then Fr is equal to F cos theta plus mu r f sin theta minus mu r mg. Then Fr is equal to, you take a common is f cos theta plus mu r sin theta minus mu r mg. This is the resultant force is represented. You remember this expression, and also you remember this diagram also, because by the diagram also we can conclude it. In the case of pulling, there will be a downward force is one is acting, mg only acting towards the earth center, only one force acting towards the earth center, and in the expression resultant force is equal to F into cos theta plus mu r sin theta minus mu r mg it is. In case of a which situation? It is pulling situation. Now let us, I want to tell you about a pushing. You go for the pushing again. So again you take a second situation, then I will show you the very clear information. Pulling and pushing, which one is easy? Yes, of course pulling is easy, that is you write here. Pushing it is, suppose you take again land roller like this. So there will be a rough horizontal surface, clear? There will be a weight is acting mg down, and here now we are pushing. Pushing in the sense is we should push from the back side. See, from the back side if you apply a force, see in case of a roller it is, not in case of a man. If you push from the back side of a man, yes we can move easy, but we are saying about a land rollers, no? Then what will happen? Look at, there will be a force applied about its center, because we will push like this, we will push like this, clear? So that what will happen, sir, in this case? So that there is a force is applied is pushing, then this acting towards the center of the earth. Here already weight is acting. There is a applied also somewhat, some component is acting towards the earth center. So that again you draw a one horizontal which making an angle theta, which one applied force is making an angle theta with the horizontal. Again F can be resolved into two components, F cos theta, and one more is acting F sin theta towards a down. Look at here, there will be a normal is acting up, and here there will be a rolling friction is acting Fr, because the roller is moving along the direction of a component of a force. Of course, the condition again we can say F cos theta is greater than rolling. Therefore, the roller is moves in the direction of component of a force, or this we can say resultant. See, now I want to tell you conclusion related to this. There will be a conclusions are like this. See, in the pulling, suppose you see the diagram, in the pulling diagram, you go through the diagram, there will be towards the downward is only one force is acting, that is mg, weight of the roller is acting downward only. But in case of a pushing, you look at here, there will be towards the earth center, one is mg is acting, as well as the component of force also acting. Nothing but a what? Towards the earth center, there will be a two forces are acting. And one more also acting, somewhat it is a force also acting towards the earth center, that is the component is acting. So in this case, pushing little harder than the, or little rough, or we can say little tough than the pulling, because pushing is, it is we can say little tough, because pulling is easier than pushing. Because in case of a pushing, there are two downward forces acting towards the earth center. In pulling, there is only one force is acting which is towards the downward. So that the pulling is preferred than the pushing. That is the condition. Now let us, we have to see the same here. Again we have to derive the expression like in the same way. You will take same issue series. I will explain you in the same way. Again we have to find the resultant. What will happen? Look at here. So the roller is moving in the direction of a component of force. Therefore the resultant will be represented along the direction of a component of force. So that here there is a rolling friction is acting Fr down, opposite to the motion. Then Fr is equal to F cos theta minus Fr, because the condition F cos theta is greater than Fr. Therefore Fr is equal to mu r into n. Again you take sum of upward forces is equal to sum of downward forces. See how many upward forces are acting, sir? Only n is acting, but downward is how many are acting? 2. N is equal to, you say, F sin theta plus mg. This is equation 3. Now you substitute here. That's 3 in 2 you take. I'm sorry, 2. So rolling friction is equal to mu r into F sin theta plus mg it is. You say equation 4 now. Simple, this 4 you substitute in 1. Yeah, 4 in 1. So what will happen? Look at Fr is equal to F cos theta minus mu r, but in this you look at F sin theta plus mg is there. So that simple you make as plus. Now you multiply, this will be becomes minus, because minus mu r mg minus of plus it becomes minus mu r F sin theta. Then here you look at in this again we can take a both together, because here also F is there, here also F is there, you take as minus. See, this is the actually pulling case, no? Now we are getting in pushing, we are getting a minus. By the expression also we can say pulling is easier than pushing. It is very clear information. Pulling is easier than pushing. This is the information related to the pulling and pushing cases. So that was pulling is preferred than pushing, because pull is very easy than pushing, because in case of a pushing there are two components are acting towards the down, but in case of a pushing in case of a pulling there will be only one force acting. Clear? So this is about a pulling and pushing cases. You go through the material. In our material also there is a question given, so that it is for 4 marks. The question number is 8 and the page number is 93. This is also previous asked question in the 2012, 14, 15 and also 10 also this question was given in the IPE, so that you read this question. Clear? Now let us, in this almost we are in ending in this chapter in friction. So I want to tell you about a inclined planes. You write here side heading as inclined. Till now we discussed in the friction only related to we can say horizontal surfaces, horizontal rough surfaces. Now I want to tell you inclined plane. Inclined plane I want to tell you. Sir, what is inclined? Inclined in the sense is like we can say wedge. Already I told you very clear, wedge it is. Like inclines. Right. So about inclined planes. So here you take a one inclined. So the inclined height is h, length of the incline is you say L, and there will be a bottom surface is x. So on the inclined plane there is a one block of mass m is placed. Therefore this incline is making, this length of the plane is making an angle theta with the x or horizontal. Now therefore there is a weight is mg is acting down, and here this surface applies the equal and opposite we can call normal, and here normal can be extended like this. Then here whatever the angle is there, here in between these two also same angle. And mg can be resolved into two components, mg cos theta, and one more is we can say mg. This is related to like this. Sir, actually I want to tell you some conditions are there related to this. We can call as the angle of repose. Repose. Sir, what is mean by angle of repose? Simple, I will tell you one experiment or one, I will show you. Let us, you take a like a one incline, I will show you. So, this is one surface, right? And this hand is another surface which is placed like this. Above the book there is a one block or when is a, there is a one duster is placed. Of course, it is at rest, nothing but a static is more because interlockings are more. Suppose now I am lifting this plane, this surface is lifting. Look at everyone here. The surface, when it is a surface is lifting up, therefore there will be an angle between the book and hand. The angle is increases, slowly increases. Look at, when it is increases, see when increases, is it moving the duster on the above the book? No, it is. Look at, there is an angle is increases. See, look at, there is an angle between the book and hand. It is not moving. Which one? This duster is not moving. Suppose if you like this increase the angle, see at a particular angle, yes, it is ready to slide. At a particular angle which is ready to slide. The angle we can call as the angle of repose. Sir, what will be the angle of repose? Once again I will explain you. Repose in the sense is, say there are two surfaces. This is one surface and you take another surface is the book, and here the two surfaces are in contact, and above the book there is a one block that you say duster. Now I am increasing the angle between the hand and the book. Look at, now it is increases. So there is an angle subtended between the hand and the book is theta. So now is it moving the duster above the book? No. Now at a particular angle which a duster is ready to slide. Look at, yes. This angle we can call as angle of repose. See the block, which a block is ready to slide on the other surface or on the inclined plane. See at a particular angle only that that block is moves on the other surface is nothing but a angle of repose. So that we can say alpha. Suppose there will be a condition, first condition, if theta is less than alpha, less, is it slides the body? No, it is at rest or does not slide. Suppose you say second, theta greater than alpha, or you say theta is equal to alpha. Yes, the block or the body which is ready to slide, and third one you take when theta greater than alpha. Yes, it is in the moving. This is the conditions. So these are the condition for angle of repose. Now the block is moving downward because of the theta greater than alpha, or you say theta is equal to alpha, which is ready to slide now. Now when the block is ready to slide on the rough inclined plane, you take as rough surface it is. So when rough in the senses, we can take as to be like this. This will be represented as to be like this. It is a rough surface. Yes, of course. When sliding down it is, you say down it is, moving down because the condition theta is equal to alpha, or you say theta greater than alpha. Yes, the block is which is sliding down on the rough inclined plane. When sliding down, therefore there will be a frictional force is introduced opposite to the motion. Because the condition also you take as F is greater than mg sin theta, of course. F is greater than mg sin theta. F is the frictional force, mg sin theta, F greater than mg sin theta if it is. F greater than mg sin theta. It does not move or it is rest. Sir, mg sin theta is greater than F. Yes, of course, the block is moves because the theta is equal to alpha, or theta is equal to theta greater than alpha. Now the block is moving downward. There will be what happens, sir, bole to that we can say first one, that is F is equal to, which is balanced, no, mg sin theta. You say theta is equal to alpha. And here normal is balanced by the mg cos theta. Yes, normal is equal to balanced by the mg cos theta we can say. Instead of theta we can also take as a alpha here. So now you take very simple, F by n is equal to mg sin theta by mg cos theta. You cancel mg, then f is, it is, we can take as mu into n by n. Then it is sin theta by cos theta is nothing but a tan theta. N cancel, mu is equal to tan theta. Then theta is equal to, we can say, alpha, angle of repose it is, angle of repose. So that mu is equal to tan alpha. This is the relation between mu and alpha. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse of mu. This is the relation between angle of repose and coefficient of friction or coefficient of friction. Coefficient of static, you want to say anything, either a coefficient of static friction or you want to say coefficient of friction. When the block is sliding down on the rough inclined plane, there will be a like this. This will be like this. Now let us, I want to tell you, suppose when sliding down on the rough inclined plane, now we have to find, what we have to find? There are some parameters are there in this case. This is the one parameter which is finished, the relation between alpha and mu. Alpha and mu. Now I want to tell you other parameters, because it is sliding down, no? When it is sliding down, there it is to be. We have to find the resultant force, because which is accelerating with an acceleration A. And there will be a resultant force is acting downward Fr. Because mg sin theta is greater than F, no? Then therefore we have to get the Fr, mg sin theta, that is we can say Fr we have to find. Not only that, when sliding down on the rough inclined plane, therefore we have to get the acceleration of the block, because it is accelerating down against the frictional force. This is the second parameter, it is the first parameter. And you go for the third parameter is when sliding down on the inclined plane, when it is reaches onto the bottom. See, when reaching the bottom, the block is reaching the bottom. With what velocity the block is reaches to the bottom? Nothing but a what? It is a falling freely, no? For freely falling, u is equal to 0. Therefore, the block is moving with a velocity v. Then find a v when reaches to the bottom. Not only that, we have to find the time taken to reach the bottom. Time taken to reach the bottom. These are the parameters. First parameter, resultant force. Second, acceleration. Third, velocity. Fourth, time taken to reach the bottom. So these are the parameters are there in case of a rough inclined plane. Here, before that, I'll tell you one more equation also here. You take as sin theta is equal to opposite h by x. Yes, it is, we will use in the next conditions. That's what you note it, that is also very, very important. So this is about a inclined plane, angle of repose, and here a relation between alpha and mu. Then after we have to find these all parameters. Clear? So you go through this, and this is actually given in the material as a LAQ. In the page number I will tell you, that is a 94 page number, question number 2. Again we have to derive these all expressions, all parameters. We'll do in the next class. So thank you very much. This is the today's class related to the inclined planes. Introduction of inclined plane, angle of repose, and there are some conditions, and there will be a relation. And next parameters will derive the equations and derive the expressions in the next class. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll see you in the next class.